Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a compound inequality, but notice the word and in between. So we're going to solve each problem separately. We're going to subtract the 7 over, minus 7, negative 16, same sign, add, keep the same sign. Come on, Sherelle. Divide by 2, cancels, divide by 2, so we get x is less than negative 8. Now hold on to that answer, we're not done with it. It says and, we're going to do this. And means overlap, so we're going to just do the overlap between these two equations. We're going to minus the 2 over here, makes 3. And then divide by negative 3. And what happens when you divide by a negative?
It cancels out.
No, it flips the sign. That's right, it flips the sign, so that becomes less than. And yet a negative 1 is less than x. But I have a question. On this one, we should have learned yesterday that you cannot have the variable on the right, variable on left every time on on these inequalities. So I'm going to flip this around, put the x over here, put the negative 1 over here, but the sign has to be pointing at the negative 1. So there it is. So what I've got is x is less than negative 8 and x is greater than negative 1. So we're going to graph that. Ready? Put your number line down here. We got negative 8, we got negative 1, there's our 0 just for reference, and we got a shade less than negative 8, so it's going to be less than negative 8, but greater than negative 1. So where do these two lines overlap? And since they're pointing away from each other, they don't overlap. So if it's an and problem and they don't overlap, it's no solutions. So the answer to this one is no solutions. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this game up really quick.
If you're in the building, your right is out front.
I don't have Gracie Frank. Okay, so anyway, let's change this and to an or problem. So watch this. Instead of it being and, it's now going to be or. On an or problem, what you do is you do the exact same number line, and you would have solved it the exact same way, but instead it'd say or. Okay, so this was and was a no solutions. But if it's an or, we put the negative 8, we put the negative 1. I'm going to make that a smaller line now. We're going to change the color because I don't like that. I'm going to make it blue. Okay, so open circle at negative 8, open circle at negative 1. There's my 0, by the way. And now, since it's or, we shade the union. That means both of them. We don't even care if they intersect. We shade that way, and we shade this way too. So give me a number that is less than negative 8 or greater than negative 1. All of these work over here, and all of these work over here. So on or problems, you shade them both no matter what. But if it was an and problem, these didn't overlap, so you'd be no solutions. That's how we do it.